Regulation 31. Oil tankers with a gross tonnage of 150 or more must have a monitoring and control system for oil discharge that has been certified by the administration. In considering the design of the oil content meter to be incorporated in the system must be equipped with a recording device that can keep track of the rate and amount of released oil as well as the discharge rate in liters per nautical mile. This document must include a time and date stamp and be preserved for at least 3 years. Regulation 32. For a quick and accurate determination of the oil-water interface in slop tanks and for use in other tanks where the separation of oil and water is accomplished and from which it is intended to discharge effluent directly to the sea, oil tankers of 150 gross tons and above must be equipped with efficient oil-water interface detectors approved by the administration. Regulation 33. By the end of the third voyage, transporting crude oil suitable for crude oil washing, or within 1 year after the tanker's first engagement in the trade of carrying crude oil, whichever comes first. The administration should ensure that the system fully complies with the criteria of this rule. Such specification must include at least all of the provisions of the organization adopted specification for the design, operation, and control of crude oil washing system. Regulation 34. Any discharge into the sea of oil or oily mixtures from the cargo areas of an oil tanker shall be prohibited except when all the following conditions are satisfied, which is the tanker is not within a special area, the tanker is more than 50 nautical miles from the nearest land, the tanker is proceeding en route, the instantaneous rate of discharge of oil content does not exceed 30 liters per nautical mile. The tanker has in operation an oil discharge monitoring and control system and a slop tank arrangement. Regulation 35. An operations and equipment manual must be issued to each oil ship using crude oil washing system. Such a manual shall be to the satisfaction of the administration and shall contain all of the information set out in the specification. If an alteration affecting the crude oil washing system is made, the operation and equipment manual shall be revised accordingly. Sufficient cargo tank shall be crude oil washed prior to each ballast voyage in order that, taking into account the tanker's trading pattern and expected weather condition, when oil tanker carries crude oil which is not suitable for crude oil washing, the oil tanker shall operate the crude oil washing system. Regulation 36. Oil tankers of 150 gross tonnage and above shall be provided with effective oil-water interface detectors approved by the administration. Oil-water interface in slop tanks shall be available for use in other tanks where the separation of oil and water is affected and from which it is intended to discharge effluent direct to the sea. Regulation 37. Every oil tanker of 150 gross tonnage and above and every ship other than oil tanker of 400 gross tonnage and above shall carry on board a shipboard oil pollution emergency plan approved by the administration. Such a plan shall be prepared based on guidelines. The following is the procedure to be followed by the master or other person having charge of the ship to report an oil pollution incident. The list of authorities or person to be contacted in the event of an oil pollution incident. Detailed description of the action to be taken immediately by person on board to reduce or control the discharge of oil. The procedures and point of contact on the ship for coordinating shipboard action with national and local authorities in combating the pollution. Combating or combating the pollution. All oil tankers of 5,000 tons deadweight or more shall have access to computerized shore-based damage stability and residual structural strength calculation programs. Regulation 38. The government of each party to the present convention undertakes to ensure the provision at oil loading terminals, repair ports, and other ports in which ships have oily residues to discharge, of facilities for the reception of such residues and oily mixtures as remain from oil tanker and other ships adequate to meet the needs of the ship, using them without causing undue delay to ships. Regulation 39. Last regulation. This regulation applies to fixed or floating platforms including drilling rigs, floating production, storage, and offloading facilities (FPSO) used for the offshore production and storage of oil, and floating storage unit (FSU) used for the offshore storage of produced oil. Fixed or floating platforms when engaged in the exploration, exploitation, and associated offshore processing of seabed minerals resources and other platforms shall comply with the requirements of this annex applicable to ship of 400 gross tonnage and above other than oil tanker, except that they shall be equipped as far as practicable with the installations required. They shall keep a record of all operation involving oil or oily mixtures discharged in a form approved by the administration. The discharge into the sea of oil or oily mixture shall be prohibited except when the oil content of the discharge without dilution does not exceed 15 parts per million.